So this is the BUZZMASTER. This is a fully functional mouthpiece that has a hole in the side of the cup. So let me show you what I mean. Here you can see hopefully you can see it on the video, there's a hole in the side of the cup. And the way this is designed is that when you screw this closed, and you can cover different amounts of that hole, just like something like the burp. As you screw this closed, once it's actually fully closed, it actually plays pretty much exactly like a normal mouthpiece. You won't really notice a huge amount of difference, if any at all, between a normal mouthpiece and playing it with the hole covered. However, as you open this port, as you unscrew this, you get a little bit more of that hole, you get some leakage from the cup. And actually the effect of having that little bit of leakage from the cup is it gives you something that's halfway between mouthpiece buzzing and playing. You still get the slots of the instrument, so you can still feel where each note is and you can tell that whether you're in the center or not. But it makes you do the work a little bit more, and it actually shows up, whether or not you're playing down the center of the slot, really. That in particular. If you're even a little bit out of the center of the slot, you won't get any resonance really at all. It'll just sound awful. But if you get right in the middle of the slot, then you actually do get a little bit of resonance, and everything you get that feedback and everything locks in. And practicing like that with this sort of just increases that level of precision. It gives you those benefits of mouthpiece buzzing. It sort of helps you kind of focus the chops a little bit. It seems to make everything feel a bit more centered afterwards. But if you're like me, I've always found that mouthpiece buzzing can have the effect of sort of making things too pinched, like making you want to lip everything into place, and sort of even adopting a slightly different embouchure for buzzing than you do for playing. The lips kind of are closer and they're tighter, they're a little bit more tense potentially, and sometimes even the buzzing, especially if you're doing it at any particular volume, can lead to some stiffness in the lip tissue, which you also don't want because it's not conducive to good playing. And so this is really cool because it really is that sort of halfway point between playing and buzzing, and you can dial in exactly how much of each you want. With it fully open, it actually gets pretty close to feeling like almost sort of like a rim visualizer. Not quite all the way there. And you still do get the slots even with the hole all the way open. But as you close it off, you get a nice little in-between point. And this is just an earlier prototype. I need to work on the thread. I want it to be really, the thread to be very easy to use, so it'll be a less fine thread. You can see it works fine, but I want it to be a faster threading option. And the goal here is basically so you can be playing along, you can be practicing something, just playing normally as you would, and then you get to a bit where you stuff something up, or you you might usually go, oh, maybe I should buzz this bit to try and get this in my chops and in my ear and all that sort of stuff. Well, instead of taking your mouthpiece out and then buzzing it and then putting it back in, all you do is you just twist the ring on the BUZZMASTER, and it goes again. When the final prototype will have a looser fitting thread, or a wider thread rate, which will make this a little bit less fiddly. You just open that up and it'll be like one turn. You just very quickly turn it and voila, you can go into buzz mode. You can buzz that little thing, you'll get yourself centered and into the slots, work on that precision, get everything working. It's actually great for airflow as well, because you do need to use a really sort of solid, consistent airflow to keep the buzz flowing properly. And then when you close it back up, again, hopefully with just one twist, very easy to do while just not even taking the mouthpiece off your face potentially. You'll go back into play mode and you play it again and you go, yeah, oh, I've solved the problem. Great. So that's kind of the idea behind the BUZZMASTER, is to have this cool mouthpiece that is fully functional, and that you can use in the practice room as much as you like. This could, for example, be a copy of your own mouthpiece, whatever it is. If you play a Bach 1.5C, I could make this a Bach 1.5C with the BUZZMASTER alteration. And then for the practice room, you can use that mouthpiece, practice your stuff as you usually would. And then when you want to go into buzz mode, or if you feel a need to go into buzz mode in any particular spot, you just twist it, open, and go into buzz mode. And then when you're done, you twist it back.